practice in particular, Steve's throwing the ball, he's spraying it all over the place. And Coach Paul, and I remember going up to him at one point and I was like, hey, listen, can you stop turning the ball over? Because if I got to hear him say just hit singles one more time, I'm going to go crazy. We talked a lot about the leadership and one of the point guard position. We spent a ton of time in the gym, excuse me, a ton of time watching film together. And his development as a player has been so much fun to be a part of and just so much fun to see. And I think if you said after his freshman year that when he leaves this program that we're going to miss him a lot, that would without a doubt be true. But after his freshman year, you said when he leaves this program, we're going to miss him so much because of his toughness and his leadership and his defensive ability. Probably wasn't the case at the time. And it's a credit to him for how much he grew as a person, how much he grew as a player. He leaves here playing the second most games in the history of the school behind Joe Wilton. He is fifth on the all-time assist charts. And there's two things I know about Steven Kaspar. Number one, he would be an unbelievable coach if he ever wanted to. And number two, he's way too smart for that.
Well, I guess I have some pretty bad dreams, I guess. According to Coach Fisher, I do plan on coaching. Coaching some AAU ball, so I guess I'm making the wrong choice there. I just want to start off by saying thank you, Bucknell, for providing this tremendous place to play basketball and also to learn. We are students. I think people forget that sometimes. And that was one of the reasons I really chose Bucknell, a great engineering department, and it was a great choice. It's been a great place to play. It's been great. All the fan support that we've gotten. It's something you really don't think about when you're coming to a school, and then you get here and you really appreciate the full house when you come to games, and then getting cookies and stuff. So thank you to you guys, especially I know these books. Have spent hours on these books. They're something that I know I'll cherish the rest of my life, just to have those and be able to look back on. But they're books with newspaper clippings, so thank you to you ladies for putting those together for us, because I haven't done a good job of documenting my career, so thank you for that. Also want to say thanks to my teammates for just all the memories and all the friendships that I hope will last the rest of my life. To my parents, like Corey said, they've traveled tens of thousands of miles. They made it to every game this year. That's meant so much to me, for them to come see me play. Love you guys. And finally to God for putting me in this situation where I was able to grow and see the world from a totally different perspective than what I had ever seen it. Growing up in a Christian high school, you are sheltered would be a good word to put in there. From the rest of the world, and you see these things, and you really see it in movies and songs. And you're like, people don't really do this, and then you get here, and you're like, yeah, they do. Coming into college, everybody thinks, like, oh, it's the best 4 years of your life. It's great. It's so much fun. And it isn't. It's not. It wasn't for me. You heard it from Corey and Josh A. It is one of the hardest things that I have ever done. And compared to those two, I had it so easy coming in and playing right away. I was going to get to this later, but I'll get to it now. I respect you two so much for the work ethic that you guys showed, the way you kept your head up. I got a lot of credit this year for showing leadership by not hanging my head when Coach Paulson pulled me out of the starting lineup. But really, when it happened, I was like, look at Corey and Josh A. Didn't play for 2 years, and you wouldn't have known it. By the way, they attacked practice every day, and by the way, they brought energy and passion every day. And so I just want to say thank you to you two. your example you set for me was awesome, and everybody that says something to me should be saying things to Josh and Corey. I was a little off track when I found back where I was. So yeah, but it's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, but that's what made it so special. You learn so much. I could really tell things were different here when I had my first meeting with Coach Paulson. Went in his office, sat down, looked on his desk. There were 12 Diet Dew cans, literally 12 Diet Dew cans on his desk. So he probably had another 40 or so underneath. Thinking what somebody has to go through to make themselves want to do that to their body, I was a little scared of what I was getting into. But now I love caffeine, so. My first basketball experience with Coach P was no less memorable than my first meeting. I'll save you the detailed story of how I did the same drill for 25 minutes and was almost brought to tears. But at the end, Coach Paulson had his usual encouraging words. We came into the huddle, it was me, Brian Cohen, and Bryson Johnson. And Coach Paulson asked his favorite question. He loves this question. Scale of 1 to 10, how was your workout? So he looks at Bryson says 9. The assistant coach is kind of nodding. Yeah, he had a 9 out of 10. He's perfect, pretty much. Looked at BC. BC probably didn't work out all summer. He said 6. 6. And they were like, yeah, that's reasonable. Coach P looks at me. Scale of 1 to 10. How was your first workout? Still reaching for my breath. Said, I don't know, 6. No words were needed by Coach P before I said 4. Again, his looks said enough, and I compromised even more with 2. Give myself a little dignity. And Coach Paulson's response was simple: 1. But I guess I can only go up from there. I can talk about stories like this that seem absolutely crazy to anybody outside of the program, but it is really what makes playing for Coach Paulson and this program such a special thing and such a growing thing. Every day was to be attacked. Every day we have a chance to get better, and every day we have the chance to embrace the process, which is something that before I got to college I didn't really understand what embracing the process really meant, and just grinding out and doing something that you don't want to do. You don't want to go to practice every day. You don't want to do the homework, but you have to embrace the process, and you have to do it. And if you're going to do it, you got to give it all you got. And that was something that these guys taught me, and that I've tried to apply to every part of my life, to embrace the process, give it my best. All of our coaches demonstrated this mindset of embracing the process and getting better every second. And if you didn't have the same energy and passion they showed, they would certainly let you know about it, each in their own way. AK was probably my favorite with how he handled it. If he thought you were playing soft or being a baby or not being focused, he simply would just not blow the whistle for you in favor when he reffed in practice. It was one of the most amazing things is that every call AK makes is totally emotionally based. Totally emotionally based on how happy he is with you at the time. So whether it took one possession or an entire season really until AK felt justice was served, you weren't getting a call. I think that's one of AK's favorite part of coaching, is just making a call and then looking at you. Just waiting for your response. At least when AK was calling me for bogus reach-in fouls and ignoring the blatant blows to my body when I drove, I always had Coach Ayers there. I had there to take out my frustration, whether that meant verbally just tearing him down and blaming every loss we suffered as a gray squad on him, just getting on him for letting Chris score because he's just a terrible defender, or just wasting a good pass that I had to him on a kick-out 3. He's one of the best three-point shooters in the ACC, or whatever conference it was then, and he wouldn't shoot a wide-open 3. It would get to me a little bit. Or if it was just simply saying, what is this guy doing? When referring to Coach Paulson when he would get in his talkative moods in practice. I never really questioned Coach Fish. Like he said, we watched film together so much. My first 2 years, I think he just made me see the game exactly how he sees it. So I was like, yeah, Fish, you're right. Everything he says, you're right. Going into his office was really stress reliever for me. Whether it was just to watch film or have our academic meetings or just talk about life, it was always nice to just go in his office and just talk about things. It was really great for me. And always after I was done talking with Coach Fish, I'd always stop by Snide's desk, make sure he was doing his job right. I had 2 years with Leonard Deli and gave him a pretty tough time. So when Snides got here, I decided to lay off, but I still had to make sure he was doing his job right. I would always hit him up for late night pizza on road trips. But that was really because I had to take care of the freshmen. They kind of developed a father figure image for me. Call me Papa Steve, so I just had to make sure the children were taken care of. So, sorry for giving you a hard time. So all you freshmen and you other guys, I wish I could drop some wisdom on you that would solve all your problems and make these next 2 years easy and you just get through it. But it's really pretty simple. College, it's hard, especially when you're an athlete and you have the demands that we have. There are going to be days, most days probably, that you don't want to do the homework and lift and go to practice and then do the homework again later that night. But all you can do is embrace the process and take pride in knowing that what you're doing is hard and it is special. And never forget that it's a privilege that most people literally dream they could be a part of. If I could try and give some practical advice to the returning guys, it would be number one, get enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep is one of the worst things you can do for your mental health, and you guys know I'm all about the mental side of things. It's funny, my free throw shooting improved a little bit this year, and people always say, oh yeah, he was in the gym hours and hours and working on his free throws. That's not true. Literally, I went to the gym 5 times this last summer to practice my free throws. But I say that to point out that it was all mental for me. I read a book, 10 Minute Toughness, that the coaches gave us, and I really took to heart. Like, I need to train my mind to be stronger, and it helped me so much. So get enough sleep. Number 2, you guys have heard this enough from me, eat right. Every time you get something in the calf, you know you're getting that look from me. But it changed my life so much. The first 2 years I was here, I ate Wendy's, cereal, and pizza, and I spent 7 hours a week in the training room. My last 2 years, I ate what I was supposed to, ate my beet salad, and I probably spent a total of 7 hours in the training room in 2 years. So eat right. I guess the downside of that, I didn't get to spend as much time with B Savage, but he's not here, so yeah. Number 3, buy-in. Even if it is just on the outside, when you buy in, it makes you happier for your teammates, and it really makes the success all the more enjoyable because you can experience it with a team than if you had a selfish inward attitude when things aren't going your way. If you keep working, Corey and Josh are excellent testament to this. If you keep working, you're going to get your chance. Most everybody gets their chance. Maybe not Josh A, but everybody gets their chance now and then at some point in their career. So just make sure you're ready when someone else comes. Make sure you're happy for somebody else when their time comes, and that's the hard part. Number 4, be solution focused. Pretty much every day you'll find something to get down about and try to make excuses for and feel like a victim. I encourage you to turn those into opportunities to find a solution and fix it. It will make your outlook on things so much better and keep your mind on what you can control and what you can do for your situation. And lastly, like I said, embrace the process every day. I know it sounds pretty generic and vague, but if you really think to apply it to everything you do, it can really change how you approach your day-to-day. I could go into how I'm going to miss each one of you guys individually. I mean, I talked about Josh and Corey. You guys have meant the world to me. Most of the things between us, everybody here would probably find kind of weird and not very funny, so I'll just leave it at that, and we'll enjoy the rest of this year together. But I love you guys, and it has been awesome going through this experience with you. So I wish you returning guys the best next season, whoever your coach turns out to be. You guys have set such a high bar for yourselves, and I look forward to watching you guys set it even higher next year. So I know you guys are going to be great. Coach P and AK, I know I'll catch a few George Mason games to see how they run our system. I wish you two the best of luck. I know I will enjoy watching and seeing Coach P on the sideline stomping his foot and yelling at the top of his lungs, "Be a point guard!" and his other favorite, "Play with composure," as he is yelling and his face is blown red. You just kind of take a step back and you're like, composure is coming out of your mouth. we'll see how the next guys handle that. I give Coach a hard time now because he can't do anything about it. But I have to say, we would sit around the dinner table and we would do our usual complaining and bashing of coaches. But then when we ran out of things to complain about, I would always think to myself, like, we have some great coaches and they know what they're doing. And I'm so lucky to play for all of them and learn and grow from them. I've grown and learned so much in my time here. That's really what the college experience is supposed to be about. So thanks again to the coaches and Bucknell and to all of you guys for going through it with me. I know I may not miss it now, but I know someday I'm going to miss the 6 a.m. list with Shrek, the long bus rides, Bison Idol events with Coach P and Fish dancing with the Backstreet Boys. I'm going to miss our gateway bangers that never really happened this year, thanks to the freshmen who don't like people. Miss my coffee, getting ready for warm-ups, leg swings with Coach Fish, working out that core. All of Coach P's pregame rituals, and last but not least, I'm going to miss Big Al and his raps. Love you, Big Al. Thank you.